How you doing? I'm Trent Sanders, and you're here with me on the infamous Living Rim Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. It's the 4th of November, and you know that we are on the 1 month clear conscience challenge still. And it's the beginning of the month. Don't get too scared yet. Things will clear up as time goes on. As we continue on our path in our individual journeys, this challenge will become much more easier. And by the time the month is over with, we will learn how to keep a clear conscience. But yes, it's important that we have a clear conscience because in order to walk your own journey, in order to go on your own path, in order to actually see and understand your path, one thing that you must do is make sure that you're free of all old past memories of negative thoughts, free of all grudges, free of all guiltiness within yourself. You can't harbor negative things about yourself that people have told you, things that you've been through that made a bad impression for you, that show people a part of you that you don't accommodate, and that's just not who you are. So that's why it's very important to realize that every moment is a new moment, just as well as every day is a new day. So that's why we're on the 1 month clear conscience challenge. If you're interested in these challenges and if you want to do these challenges with us and you're thinking about becoming a Rim team member and you want to subscribe, just make sure that you go to the website, which is at the very bottom of this video in the description section, and you go to Rim Challenges. Once you go to the site, you will see on the sidebar where it says Rim Challenges. Click there and then you'll go in and you'll be able to see all the challenges that we've already finished thus far. It's quite a wonderful thing and I want you to be involved. Anyway, this video is entitled How to Understand Your Path in Your Journey. First things first, guys. First things first, I want you to remember this. You are a unique individual. Just realize this right now in a moment. Just take 5 seconds out of this moment. We're going to meditate because I want you to really take in what I'm about to tell you. This is a really cool, calm, and collected video. And so I'm going to need you to really focus, and I'm going to really need you to just dive into yourself and really understand the insights that I'm giving you so that they resonate with you, so you can pull out the gifts within yourself and your mind will begin to tell you things about yourself that other people don't have any business to do with. So take 5 seconds out to meditate right about now. If you're not meditating, this is not going to work. So I'm going to need you to really meditate, all right? Okay. One thing that you should always know is that you're unique. You're the only you. There's no other copy of you ever recorded in history, in the creation of mankind. Just think of how good that should make you feel right now. You're the only you. You're the only creative vessel of you right now. Wow. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that marvelous? And then now you should be able to understand why it is so difficult for you to express yourself and to get people to understand you. A lot of people won't understand you if you don't believe in yourself and if you don't know how to understand yourself. See, most of the problems that you deal with on a day-to-day basis are simply because you are afraid of what people would think about you if you be yourself, if you speak your thoughts, if you say certain things, that may come across the people in ways that they don't accept it, but that's fine. That's why we have a clear conscience. That's why we're always able to let things go and start over, fresh, new. So always remember who you are, which is the one and only you. You're the one and only person who can actually be you, So that's the first thing that you have to get over in order to make it in this world. In order to succeed in your life, you have to love yourself, Don't love yourself in a prideful way, in a conceited way, of course not, but love yourself in confidence. When you're not looking your best, love that about you, because there will be many people who love you when you're not looking your best. You don't know what other people think. That's the beauty of life. I remember talking to a guy one day and he was like, well, I'm always feeling uneasy. I'm not good socializing with people and stuff like that, and I don't really know how to go about, you know, thinking about how I should feel when I'm talking to people. Do I talk to people correctly? Do I talk to people right? Do they accept me? And I told him, I said, you know what? Nobody knows how you think until you start to talk. When you start to talk, then you start giving yourself away. But you can be nervous as a bird when you're talking to people. You could be nervous as all outdoors when you're in social settings, socializing with people. But if you're saying a whole different thing from what you're thinking, nobody will never know how nervous you are about expressing yourself. Most all human beings on the face of the earth get uneasy when they go around other human beings. It's not that everybody's scared of each other. Anybody's scared of each other. But some people are scared of each other. Don't tell them that I told you that. But anyway, guys, it's simply just being human. We are so unique that when we do go around people, we're scared that our uniqueness might scare people off. Might make other people nervous. Might make other people resent us. People may become envious of us. People may become jealous of us. People may not befriend us because they might not like our personality, but that's okay because there's somebody for everybody. But you're never going to really attract those people into your life until you're actually embracing who it is that you are as a person. So that's why I say love yourself. Love the way you were created. Love all the personality about you. Yeah, you're not going to be 100% happy every single day, smiling and showing all 33 teeth, but you will have moments where you're like, I don't know how to get over this, but that's when you think that you should have a clear conscience. That's when you should think that, hey, this is who I am. If I want to express my anger behind closed doors, or if I want to cry, if I want to vent to one of your best friends, if you want to talk to one of your friends or something like that, and you just really trying to get it off your chest, that's fine, because that's what it takes to calm you down. And that takes us into the next phase of how to understand your path and your journey. All the things about your character, all the things about your personality, embrace it. Just embrace it. You're probably the type of person that think a lot. If you're the type of person that think a lot, that's a trait that you have. That's nothing bad about thinking. A lot of people say, oh, you think too much. Oh, you think too much. Oh, I've heard it several times. I've even told other people that they think too much. But you know what? I came to the realization within myself that, dang, I think too much sometimes. I think it's all of us, in our own worlds, in our own reality, we think too much. But that's a good thing, because if you can think, you can actually think your way through a lot of issues. Thinking is kind of like a way of discerning things, because you're such a sophisticated personality. Your mind is so dynamic that it has to, add up and subtract everything that's right and wrong for you. And this is a part of life. This is a part of who you are. Embrace it. Embrace it. You know what? Meditating is another way to think. A lot of people say meditate to be cool, calm, and collective and don't think about nothing. Yeah, that's good too. Remember, embrace who you are. Embrace who you are. If you're the type of person that meditates and like to think about all the things that you experience today, meditate that way. If you're the type of person that likes to meditate on the stars in the universe, think about the stars in the universe in your mind. If you're the type of person that like to be quiet and you don't want nobody around you, do that. That's the point in understanding your path and your journey. Do what's right for you. What's wrong for you, what's right for you will always resonate with you. Your inner self, your feelings, your consciousness will always tell you in a way of not even using words, because yourself can't talk to yourself, and not unless you're crazy like me. You just start saying stuff to your ears, and you're like, ears, do you hear me? Ears go register to the mind, and the mind register to the body, and your arms start moving. You'd be like, okay, I'm gonna hit somebody. No, don't hit nobody. Don't hit anybody. But realize that you are such a unique person that you will have moments that you might not even agree with. You know what I mean? Like, you might feel certain things about yourself that you might not like, dang, I know I got to change this. Well, you know what? If you come to the realization that you have to change something about you, then change it. Then change it. If you're around a lot of people all the time, or if you have friends around you that are giving you good advice about something you should do for your life, if you ran across many people that keep telling you the same thing, 9 times out of 10, they're trying to help you. You can accept it, or you can deflect it, you know, or you can repel it, or you can keep it away from you. You know, you choose. You know, that's what life is all about. See, life is about creating yourself into who you really are in your heart. You're not that person who you are in your heart when you're first born, you know, but then again, technically you are because it's already there. But you have to grow into being the desires of your heart. You have to grow into being the person you see yourself as in your imagination, in your mind's eye. Will this be easy? No. Will this be something difficult that you have to work on every single day? Absolutely. That's the point in life. That's the point of why we live life. You can be successful, have $1 million in your bank account, and still be growing in your life, because life is always going. Life never ends. We never die. You know, everybody's gonna live to eternity. You know, if you really want to know on a spiritual note, we're never gonna die, guys. A lot of people always wonder what happens after death and stuff. That's a whole nother topic. But I'm just showing you the beauty that you have therein already. So your path, you know, there will be things that happen in your path, and you might not necessarily know what they mean. But as long as you can keep going, as long as you can continue to press, you will always, you know, run into, you know, people that can actually help you out. You will always go through doors that were once closed. Doors will begin to open for you. Things will begin to happen for you as long as you're able to press, you know. And during this pressing, you know, during this pressing, you may experience depression. You know, you may experience pressure. You may experience hardship, because you're working, you're grinding to create. You know, when Picasso was painting all those masterpieces, you didn't think that he went through agony in his mind, agony in his body. You didn't think that his arm ached, you know, like, oh my God, like I don't really feel like painting no more, but I love it. I didn't know that I have to exert so much energy to paint, but I love it. I didn't know I have to continue to make videos every day, which I don't always feel like doing, but I love it. You know, I didn't know I had to write a page a day in order to complete a whole book, but I love it. And I have to exert the energy. You have to exert the energy. You have to put forth the effort. It's going to be hard, and it's not going to be easy. There are going to be many times where you just want to give up. There are going to be many times where people do not understand you. They do not see your vision. They don't understand where you're coming from. They don't resonate with you. You know, everybody around you is giving you such a hard time. Nobody can see your vision but you. You know why? Because you are the only person who's made to see what you want to do. Your job is to continue to complete the vision. You know, it's just like a puzzle piece. You get a whole bunch of pieces in your mind. It's stirred up. Everything's confused. But you get a piece there. You get a piece there. You get a piece there. Then you start to see the tree. You know, the picture is like a farmland, you know, with a farmhouse on it and with a tree over here. So you start to see the tree. And you building more pieces together. You know, more doors open. You know, but then you stop. And you're like, yeah, I don't want to work on the puzzle no more. Then you go do regular stuff. But you come back to the puzzle later. You continue to do some more work. You continue to chisel away at the rock, you know, until you get down to the bottom of it, the inside of it, you see the diamond. You start to see the sparkle. Then once you start to see the sparkle, you start to want to work more and more and more, because you actually see the results. You actually can see the effects, you know, of all the things that are causing you to go through what you go through, which is finding that desire in your heart, finding it. The desire in your heart never ends. That's the beautiful thing about, you know, understanding your path and your journey. It's a never ending story. You have to continue to press to the finish line. But I'm here to tell you, you know, as long as you can keep, and I was telling a friend of mine, Jennifer, if you're watching this video, I was telling a friend of mine the other day, as long as we can keep pressing, we're doing good. You're winning. When you wake up in the morning and you continue to press on, you know, to do the things that you love to do, you're winning. You're defeating the odds. You know, you're going above and beyond. You're getting there. You're arriving to the destination. But when you don't do nothing, when you just sit back and just say, hey, I can't do it, there's nothing out here for me to do, God don't have any assignment for me, I don't have what it takes, look at how I look like a bum, I'm just not fit for it. When you start thinking like that, then you're losing. Then you're shooting yourself in the foot, because nobody's perfect. Everybody's imperfect. There are a lot of imperfect things about me. You know, I know that. A lot of people don't know that. But you will have people that come across your path and say, you know what, I see how effed up you are. I see how messed up you are. I see how much of a wreck you are. But you know what? Just for the simple fact that they know, that's a good thing. Because you ain't always got to hide it. You ain't always got to keep it to yourself. Somebody else can recognize it. And that makes you go much more harder. And you can keep pressing. That'll help you get through the rock. Then you can get through the rock again. And you can see the diamond. Like you see the full-fledged diamond by this time. And this is what it's all about, guys. This is about pressing to the mark. Pressing to the end. And I can explain this. I can't explain it the way that you probably want me to explain it, but you get the point, right? And I can go on all night about how, your own path is your own path, guys. There would be nobody to tell you how to get through your path, man. There would be nobody to tell you. You are the only being that understands the things that you need to do. That's why you can't get mad at people if they don't understand what you're trying to do or what you want to do for life. It's not their business. They got their own stuff to worry about. They got their own stuff to focus on. If they don't want to help you, so what? You got all the help right here. You were created by the universe. You were created by God himself. So you got access to him, and you got access to everything that he wants to give you. Everything that comes to you through the power of the higher powers of the universe is to aid you. You're not going to be able to take everybody with you. Everybody ain't going to be able to understand. It's for you. At the end of the day, it's all about you. Did you make yourself happy? Did you have to step on people's feet in order to get to where you got to go? I hope not. But if you did, clear conscience. Have a clear conscience. Just be a forgiving person. Know that was wrong. Know that it was wrong. Continue to move on. Accept responsibility for your actions is what I'm saying. And stop running away from the problem. Stop running away from the bad things that you've done, and confess and say, you know what, I did it. It was wrong. It was bad. Go tell that person it was wrong. It was bad. It was not who I really am. And I tend to do better. It's called washing your hands. You wash the blood off your hands. Wash the blood. Don't walk around blood in your hands. Holding grudges with people for 22 years. Because once you let go of all that negative energy, you'll be able to thrive. Then you'll have the proper energy. See, this world operates in a whole much quantum level than we actually can see. This world consists of energy, matter, vibrations, stuff on waves of reality that we cannot see, and until we let go of certain energies, new energies will not come in, because it's not scientifically proper for certain energies to enter into your being until you've released certain energies that don't supposed to be there. That's why people that hold grudges with people, that's why people that have so much hate in their heart, that's why people that see the world in a negative light, that's why people like that never really succeed and go nowhere. They never really have great things happen in their life, because their heart is not pure, or their heart is not clean. And the heart gives out the biggest vibrations. It's your mind, and it's your mind. You can think your way through things, but the heart is where the real power is. Now, when the heart is pure and when the heart is right, then that's when you start excelling. That's when you start succeeding in your life. That's when you start to really make progress. When that heart is clean from all guilt, anger, revenge, retaliation, hate, envy, jealousness. When that heart is clean, it sends out a vibration on a quantum level that we cannot see, on a metaphysical level that we cannot see, and it moves things that you cannot see. Like the wind blows and it's invisible. That's the way you are. Like, I'm pulsating right now, like bing, 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 bing. I imagine that I'm pulsating right now. My energy is coming through the video and it's actually resonating with you, and you're understanding what I'm saying right now in order to understand things about yourself, and yourself is saying, hey, he's right. He's telling me things about who I am as a soul, because you're a spirit, you're a soul, you're a vessel. And I'm talking to you in there. I'm talking to you. Am I in there yet? Am I up in? Okay, I think, okay, there we go. We're here, right? We're making ourselves better, other people's lives better, and making the world a better place. So always make sure that you have a pure heart. That way, it'll help you see your path more clearly. See, a lot of people can't see their path because it's so polluted with negative things. It's like walking through a cloud of dark smoke. You can't see. Your eyes start burning. You coughing. You get sick. Your body goes through convulsions. What does a drug addict or alcoholic, when an alcoholic chooses to stop drinking, he's already made the intention that he's not going to drink again. Well, first of all, in order for an alcoholic to become a non-alcoholic, he has to accept the fact that he's an alcoholic. After he accepts the fact that he's an alcoholic, he must make the initiative to actually not drink anymore, or cut back on it. So after he begins to cut back on it and he's not drinking as much anymore and he completely stops, his body goes through convulsions, and he starts to have cravings for it, and he starts to some people even have to go to rehab for drugs and stuff like that, like cocaine addicts and stuff like that, heroin and all that. Their body starts to tremble and shake because of what it's used to having, but after the rain, but after the trembling, after the rehab, after going through the fire, when you get to the other side, there's a bright light. You're a new person. You become a new being. Once you get through the obstacles, when everybody gives up, that's the reason why a lot of people around you don't understand what you're talking about, because I assume that if you're watching this video, you're the person that like to press through things and like to get to the other side. I was talking to a good friend of mine tonight, and she was talking about up leveling. I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. She was like, "Yeah, I'm currently up leveling tonight," and I'm like, "Okay." And she was like, "Yeah, that's when you're going through things in your life, and it's all to get you to another level in your life." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I understand." So yeah, in energy words, what she mean is, she's pressing through things in order to get to a different level in her life. Like, so, that's the duality. And I can explain all this in future videos, guys. That's why I'm gonna need you to subscribe. I know I'm drawing out this video or whatever, and it's going on and on and on, but that's why I need you to subscribe, guys. I'm gonna be talking about some real powerful stuff as time goes on. And back to what I was saying. Life is duality. Like, for instance, I'm gonna give you these examples. I always state these two. You have hot, you have cold, right? You have left, you have right. Right? These are dualities and polarities of things. You have the North Pole, you have the South Pole, right? Right. You have man, you have woman, right? Right. You have sun, you have moon. Yep, they go up, come down every single day, right? Right. You have different seasons, fall, winter, not just fall through our whole life. We have fall, winter, spring, summer, fall, winter, spring, summer, fall, winter, spring, summer. You have negative energy, but what's the opposite of negative energy? Right, positive energy. Right. You see how in life there's an opposite to everything. Right. Light. What's the opposite of light? Dark. Right. What's the opposite of good? Evil or bad. Right. Absolutely. There's an opposite to everything. And so what I'm trying to get you to understand is that, even when it comes down to, your energy, let's talk about your energy real quick before we exit this video. Even when it comes down to your energy, when you are trying to get to a certain destination in your life, or a certain place in your life on your path in your journey, you're going to experience great times, great moments where you're just upbeat, up tempo, and you just got it. You're just living life, man. And you just got the music up loud. You're riding in the car. You're just trailblazing your way through the streets, and you just got it going on. You looking good. You sexy. Some of you ladies out there, yeah, you sexy. And you just really living. But there's gonna be an opposite that comes with that. There's gonna be a polarity. There's gonna be a duality. All the time. All the time it's gonna say, hey, do you want to go higher? If you want to go higher, let's knock on some doors and see who's home. Now, our hands may hurt while we're knocking. They may not come to the door because they're sleeping. They're sleeping on you. You may have to sit outside and wait. But do you want what's on the other side of the door bad enough? Then all of a sudden, after you get through the door, after you defeat the obstacle, after you laying on your feet when you thought you were gonna die, when you thought you would know more, when you thought it was all over. You get to the other side, you level up leveling. You arrive in a whole new place, a whole new destination. It's nothing like before. It's different. But you're there. You made it through that. Now when you're there, you're happy again. You do the process over. You keep going. You keep leveling up. You keep up leveling. Then it comes again. Something bad happens again. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, okay, so you telling me that you're not used to it? Oh yeah, right. So you don't remember that problems exist? You don't remember that you got to go through BS to get to where you're going? You don't remember that? Oh, but you act like it's brand new every time it happens. This is life. It's called growing. It's called growth. It's called getting to your destination. And that's the only way you get to your destination. And that's the only way you realize that, hey, my path is worth more than anything I'm going through right now. I'm going to have my passion. You know, you got to decide in your mind, look, I'm going through it. I'm going to go through it because I know I want to get there, and I know I'm going to get there. You know, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get there because everything is here to aid you. Oh, before I leave, a key thing. The universe, it knows how to use bad stuff and good stuff. See, the universe don't know no better. You know, just like the body. The body don't know no better. The body don't got no mind of its own. You know, you tell your body what you want to do. You get your body in shape. You eat the right foods and supply your body with all the things it needs. You move your arms and stuff like it. Don't just start doing crazy stuff for you. You be like, what's this? What's this? Like, no, you doing everything to keep your body intact. And so it's the same thing with the universe. The universe don't know no better. God is not a respecter of persons. He don't just give you something because he judging you based off of what you think about. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't none of that going on. Ain't no favorites or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just whether or not you are willing to accept the fact this is what you have to go through in order to get to where you want to go. These are the necessary steps. You know, you want to become a black belt, this is what you got to do. You got to kick 2,000 times. You got to run 80 laps. This is what you have to do in order to become at that stage of a black belt. Nobody's just going to give you a black belt and say, here. Because if you do, what you going to do when somebody come up and fight you and they knock you out? You ain't no black belt. So it's the same thing with life. Life, the universe throws negative things at you and it throws bad things at you to get you to where you want to be. It's all up to you to keep the focus. You know, keep the destination drilled in your mind. Keep the passion. And just know that you're going there and you will get there. I promise you that. I'm Trey Sanderson, guys. This is the infamous Living Realm Network. How to understand your path and your journey. Continue to stick with me, guys. In the future, I'm gonna be doing some things on the board, the whiteboard. I'm gonna be drawing out visualizations to help you understand more. Maybe on my back wall back here or wherever I decide to do it at. I'm gonna be more hands-on with you guys, so I want to give you guys, because I want to give you like a visual representation of, you know, what's really going on in the mind and stuff like that, and it helps. But anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. New videos every single day. Peace.